If you see this February 23rd, 24th, or 25th, it is for you to consider. We don't hand our power over here, okay? Now, we are going to use a divination system, and I know a lot of these can seem kind of cheesy, like chain letters, like, oh, if you see this, you must watch this. No, you're going to decide, and your intention is what makes something like this work. You decide what you engage in. The more you pay attention, take notes, journal, the messages, the synchronicities will get louder, and it gets easier to understand what is happening and which direction you're being nudged. So group 1, we have a message that sits above the spread. With this group, you are healing and recovering from the tower moment, okay? The thing that didn't go well, the upheaval, okay? Or the crumbling of plans, no matter how big or small that moment is for you, think about that, okay? We are recovering from that. We have the serpent as the main message with the 9 of Wands. We may feel exhausted, but the message here is to persevere. And we see in your reading in the cards, you're headed towards that harvest, that success, okay? So your effort's paying off. Now, we have the serpent, which right on there says knowledge and healing. It is a complex, powerful symbol, okay? It symbolizes healing. We think of the caduceus, the snakes wrapped around that staff. We also know the shedding of skin, the rebirth of that. Serpent energy brings in this regeneration and this expansion spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So you have learned from what you're going through and you're going to move forward with that wisdom. But also know this is a bit of a magic symbol because it is bringing this new energy in where there is where there was darkness, there is light. Where there was suffering, there is healing, there's regeneration, okay? Now, and also knowledge too, any educational career pursuits, good job. You know what I'm saying? You got a little thumbs up there and a green light. Now, when we talk about the current, we have the butterfly, beauty. It's telling you to look around and find the beauty in your journey, and in dark, difficult spaces, there's still something to lighten up and enjoy. Often just find the one sliver of light and it will grow. Now, this is also transformation. There is this lightness of being and gentleness to the butterfly. And we have the Empress, which also has butterflies. And then the hummingbird right here, which I have come to in my readings associate with mother-like or grandmotherly, matriarchal motherly energy. But they are migratory birds that really can adapt very well and they travel long distances, okay? So yes, the journey is long. We become weathered, we get exhausted, but you have what it takes. Now, this is talking about all the plans we have in gestation. There is something coalescing for you. There is something brewing. As long as you keep persevering and taking steps forward, that comes to fruition, okay? Yes, we know there's this fertility, pregnancy, motherly association, her pregnant belly, but that's symbolic as well. That is projects that we're working on. That is goals that we have that maybe haven't sprouted up in the material, but are coalescing in the non-physical and that we're taking action on, okay? So it's that energy for sure, the creation of something and this promise of abundance, okay? So you rise out of the ashes. We have what's unfolding, building stable foundations or rebuilding stable foundations after the upheaval, okay? We have the earth fairy, physical health, grounding, and foundation, okay? So healing, again implied, mental, emotional, physical, healing even as a practitioner, and building a solid foundation, expanding your skills, being prolific, which means productive, busy, right? And this is mastering your craft and putting in the hard work. So we need to put in the hard work. We need to take the steps. We need to take action, right? And then what's the outcome? We get our emotions under control. The waters don't feel so violent and turbulent, okay? We have this evening out of the emotional landscape that you've been through over the last year or maybe even more, and we see that this gets channeled into expression, into the harvest of our efforts. That's the success that I was talking about earlier. Profits, results, your steps that you take, your efforts, they pay off,